and welcome back to the show, you guys. This is your Rumors, WWE Rumors, NAW, whatever you want to call it. Last time, it actually did pretty good, dude. And thank you guys very much for liking that video and watching it as many times as you guys did. So we're going to be giving you guys more rumors. Like as always, like, comment, share, subscribe this to your friends. This is your Rumors. I hope you guys like it. Before we get started, I want to say, man, rest in peace, Black Panther Chadwick Boseman, man. I'm sorry, man. I can't believe he had colon cancer.
Yeah.
He died, what, 43 or whatever?
Really young.
Really young. Man, what a great actor. Don't get no one else to play that role. You can't. Why would you even do that?
Talking about the Black Panther.
The Black Panther guy. There's no way you can do it, dude. I mean, that sucks. He did a real good job on it.
From the last thing that I heard right now, everybody wants, I don't know the actress's name, but the girl that played his sister in the movie,
Right.
they would like her to do it.
Well, that would be cool if that
To
happens.
support young black women, to give them something to strive for.
That I could see happening
So-
if that did happen. You're right.
But as far as another guy goes, I totally agree with you. I don't think anybody else should do it.
Yeah, dude. I don't.
I can't believe they chose him to do the role knowing that he had cancer. I mean, that's...
Dude, and he's made so many movies, dude,
Yeah.
with this cancer. He's only had this cancer for a year, but he's made these movies. Man, that's crazy. I couldn't believe he even made it. He made all these different movies he made. But anyway, rest in peace to him. I'm sorry to his family, you know.
Road Dogg's dad.
Yeah, and of course, you know, we can't forget about Bullet Bob Armstrong, Road Dogg, Jesse James, Brad Armstrong, Scott Armstrong, their dad, passed away this past week too. Hearts go out to the Armstrong family. That's crazy. Bullet Bob, man, I used to watch him and Brad Armstrong on NWA tag team up all the time to go against the Horsemen, dude. It was so funny. They cracked me up with that shit. Anyway, we're going to go right down to the first one we got here, guys. WWE plans on bringing the NXT UK back really soon, and I'm talking about September 17th. They're coming back, but they're going to reconstruct the whole thing. So remember the whole talk, the whole the coming out process of all these different wrestlers.
Me too and all that.
Yeah, the whole thing. But anyway, I guess nothing's came of it so far. But Triple H says that they are going to reconstruct this whole roster, the whole event. It's going to be bigger than it was. And September 17th is going to be their first show back, and it's supposed to be huge. A lot of great matches. So Walter's probably going to be defending the UK Championship. Kay Lee is probably going to be defending the UK Women's Championship. And I don't know who the tag team champions are over there. I don't know who they are. I do know Imperium is no longer the NXT champions because Rosanga. So, but anyway, yeah, man. You guys got any thoughts on this? The whole UK brand. I know you guys really didn't pay attention and watch it too much, but you guys do know some of the stars.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah, I love Tony Storm,
Oh, man.
Walter,
Yeah, Tony Storm's great.
Pete Dunne, of course. I want him back in NXT regular, honestly. But
Yeah, I can't wait for Pete Dunne needs to come back. Speaking of that, we did forget Ryan mentioned to me the other day. Speaking of the whole UK thing, this is off topic for a minute. AEW, Pac is in AEW, and we're waiting for him to come back actually for AEW.
Yeah.
But
he had
I don't know what's
a
going on.
video like maybe a month or two ago where they filmed it inside his house.
Yeah,
And he was watching something on TV. I can't remember the whole vignette that he did, but after that, I thought he would be back on TV within a couple weeks. So
maybe he's in the battle room.
hopefully he is. Hopefully he's on TV because
all right.
I was a huge fan of the
Dude,
Death
that would be
Triangle.
awesome. I'm with you.
When the Death Triangle came out,
Yeah.
and then they had to drop the ball
with the
on
Lucha
that.
Brothers, right? Yeah.
So- But as far as the UK goes, everything I watched when it was on TV, I watched some of their takeovers, and they had a
That's
lot
some
of
really
really
good
good
ones, too,
athletes on there.
Yeah.
I have a feeling though, when they do come back, they might try and do it like the Thunderdome, as far as having fans.
I don't know though,
Years or-
because I don't know if the UK over there is are shying away from the coronavirus over there. I think it might be done over there.
Oh,
I don't know. I could be wrong.
If they're not,
Let's
then
go. I mean, I
that's
don't know.
good for them.
Yeah,
But
but yeah. So maybe they're allowed to have live audiences over there. I don't know. But we'll find out. But anyway, next up, man, Paul Heyman is back, you guys. You guys seen it. He's back. He came back Sunday on Payback with Roman Reigns. I'm so glad he turned Roman heel, but it's crazy how they did it. Paul Heyman's back, but he's only back to be an online performer. He's not, or I'm sorry, an on TV performer. He's not back at any creative role, nothing like that, okay? Well, from here, this is what I got. He's not writing for any shows on WWE, or is he part of the creative team as of yet? All right, he was fired back in June, you guys. If you guys remember that, for some ungodly reason. I don't know why the hell the WWE fired him, because he's probably the best thing that they had, you know, in the creative
I
writing.
will say Raw did kind of suck, but I don't know how much
Right.
that was his fault with Vince McMahon constantly.
Yeah, that's so true. And it says here that Heyman has a significant input on what happens to his advocate, Roman Reigns, though. So evidently him and whoever knows about what's going on with him and Roman, only a few people within the company know the plans for Roman Reigns because of Paul Heyman. Only a select group of people, primarily that are only directly involved. All right. Paul Heyman is getting paid as a top guy here in WWE still. I read that. So Paul Heyman's getting paid like a Brock Lesnar would, or whoever. He's not that much, but he's getting a pretty big amount, dude. Like, you know, to do this, and he's only back to be a performer too. So he's not doing a creative thing, right? So, and also I'm hearing here Roman Reigns is evidently supposed to keep the Universal title for a long period of time here. So evidently Roman's not supposed to lose his title anytime soon. I don't know. That's the rumor going around. We'll see what happens, you guys. What do you think about that whole situation, the whole Paul Heyman shit?
I read some of what he's talking about, and I did read to one point that they're gonna let Roman do his own promos more now than they did before.
They probably should.
There-
Heyman is a better talker.
There was another crazy rumor going around that I heard, kind of tied in with Paul Heyman, that people were wondering if he was part of the Retribution
The leader?
leader.
Yeah, I heard that.
And they came out that he doesn't want to work with anybody else except Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
He wants to be a one person show.
Well, they were thinking Roman was probably the leader too at one point.
Well, see,
But-
that part I didn't.
Yeah. So, but anyway, you're right though.
But so that's all I got on that.
What do you think
I was
about that
actually kind of shocked when I saw him with Paul Heyman.
Yeah,
But
that's
apparently he's wanted to work with Paul Heyman
For a long time, I
for a
heard
very,
that.
very, very long time. So,
Even when he was the Brock back in
yeah, so
I'm pissed off they even involved the Fiend in the title picture. That's my thought.
I agree with that.
To lose it in a week.
Why would you, if you, this is what I would did. I would have not even let the Fiend win the title. I would have let Braun just fucking win by disqualification because Roman came out, and then let Roman
That would make more
pin
sense.
Braun for the title and not the, even though he did pin Braun, but not to give that title to the Fiend for a week like he said. That's stupid.
Yeah, and like the Fiend's kind of a face now, so I'm wondering if it's a feud with Roman coming up.
And that is crazy in itself, dude. Can you imagine the Fiend being the face? And Alexa Bliss being part of this whole situation
Yeah,
with the Fiend?
I'm just disgusted with how the whole thing took place.
It's-
Don't even-
dude.
You could have Braun Strowman feud with anybody for the time. AJ Styles, anybody, but you brought the Fiend back to feud with him
Yeah.
just to lose in a week.
That's kind of
You
weird.
killed his run the first time to fucking Goldberg.
Now you're going to do it again. He, at least he didn't get pinned this time for it, which is, it's whatever. But still, I totally agree. I think it's stupid.
Yeah, but you see, he's going for a long title reign. My question is,
Yeah.
does he beat the Fiend clean?
And here's my question. This draft is coming up, right? Supposedly coming up here pretty soon. Where and when is Otis going to cash in this briefcase? Is he going to do it against the WWE Champion on Raw, or is he going to do it against the Universal Champion on SmackDown, or is the Universal Championship going to be switched back to Raw and the WWE's back to SmackDown?
I'm still pissed that he won it in the first place.
What if they do something unprecedented
Like,
and he cashes in, say, Wednesday night
I
on NXT after they battled for 60 minutes.
Dude, I didn't think about that. That's a good idea.
NXT is supposed to be a competitive brand now.
If you remember, Charlotte did win the NXT Women's Championship against Rhea Ripley. She went over there after the Royal Rumble win. Remember that?
That would make a lot more sense.
That would make a lot more sense, actually.
You have the 4 best people in NXT fight each other for an hour straight.
Wow. Tell us what you guys think. That's actually a good point there.
Vince
Chubbs
McMahon,
has
watch your
made.
show. How about that? See
Yeah.
you later.
That's actually a good point Chubbs has made. So, yeah, that would make a lot more sense for Otis to
I
go
will
over
accept
there.
the job as creative. I will.
Right.
I will.
I think all of us would, actually. That would be a very good job.
This will be my brain
course.
trust right here.
Vince, of course, probably wouldn't like our ideas because he's an idiot. But yeah. Next up, I don't know if you guys heard this at all, but there's a thing going around where back and forth online. You have Tyson Fury running his damn mouth. You have Drew McIntyre running his mouth. These guys are just running their mouth at each other. I guess they've been wanting to fight each other for a long time. Tyson Fury tells Drew McIntyre to grow a pair and fight him, and Drew McIntyre tells Tyson Fury that he's not like anybody he's ever fought, and period, that he would destroy Tyson Fury. So, I don't know if you heard anything about this or not.
I did. I didn't read a lot about it. I just saw the headline.
Yeah.
Jabbing. This is one of those I could care less. Like, the dude was already Tyson Fury was already in the WWE once.
Right.
Trying to fight Braun Strowman, and that was a disaster.
Yeah.
And to put him in there with Drew McIntyre, that is a lot more athletic
That's
than a
true.
Braun Strowman.
That's true. I have to agree with that.
You know, what kind of match are you going to have? Like, I don't have any interest in it. I think
McIntyre
he should stick to boxing and let Drew stick to
McIntyre says that
kicking
he can
people in the
last.
head.
McIntyre said that he can last 12 rounds with Tyson Fury.
See,
He says that Fury's got pillow fist.
he might.
That's what he said.
He might be able to, but
I don't
you
know.
put Drew McIntyre in a boxing match, and that's
McIntyre's going to lose the belt soon, and then he's going to go to Underground and become the first champion there, and then Tyson Fury. There you
And
go.
on the ground?
Look at me, just making up all these ideas.
Oh man, are they gonna? Does that mean they're gonna bring back what's his name, man? I can't. Rey Mysterio's buddy. What the hell is that dude's name? From UFC. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm so glad. That was so stupid too. That whole deal was retarded, dude. Yeah, I don't even understand that. Anyway, we're gonna move on from that. Alexa Bliss is going full Fiend soon. She's done being a regular Alexa Bliss. If you guys noticed, like we talked about this a little bit ago, she's got the Harley Quinn look again. She's got the braided feet, the two braided Fiend braids, going on. What do you think about this there, Skip?
I think
Or
that Alexa
Chubbs?
Bliss is the best heel woman that WWE has, and they've got nothing for her because, once again, Vince McMahon doesn't know how to do shit. Oh, if it's not the 4 horsewomen, who fucking cares?
Yeah,
I care. Alexa Bliss is the best thing you got. Shut up, put her on TV, make her your champion.
Yeah, well,
In the story.
they did break her and Nikki apart for, I think, just for this reason, because they're putting Alexa Bliss with the Fiend. So I don't know, Brian. What's up, man? What do you think of this
Full
situation?
mask?
Dude, is she wearing a mask?
I'm just curious to see where it goes.
I hate to cover something up like
They've
that.
been trying to put a girl with Bray Wyatt
my God.
forever
Don't put
and
her-
ever and ever,
Don't.
and
I heard there was never an intention for a sister Abigail.
Don't make no Sister Abigail with somebody.
I'm not
that's
saying
in-
that. Just in general, they've been trying to link him to some
I think
other
it was Brown or
female.
Harper. One
So,
of them in an interview said that there was.
I'm interested to see where it goes. I think if done right, which is a stretch, but if done right, it could turn into something really, really cool.
I think it could be cool if they put her in a mask like the Fiend and make her a female Fiend version of the Fiend. They can do that, but don't make her a Sister Abigail. If you want a Sister Abigail, bring in somebody that we've never seen before in WWE, like a Rosemary or Sue Young or somebody we've
Priscilla
never
Kelly.
seen. Huh?
Priscilla Kelly.
Yeah, somebody that we haven't seen, in the WWE, because people's not stupid.
Rick Lee.
You can bring her in too. It's all right. But yeah. Anyway, AEW also, I read this. AEW is supposed to be having a second television show coming up before the end of 2020. But here's the kicker: it's not supposed to be just wrestling. Evidently, it's got other things involved in there. But other people also think that AEW Dark is moving from YouTube and moving onto network TV. So is it AEW Dark, or is it something other like Tony Khan's creation? Like if you guys remember, Jericho and his Inner Circle had that little skit funny thing going with their, that would actually be pretty funny. But yeah, but the second show is not. It's got wrestling in it, but it's supposed to not be just about wrestling. So I don't know. Did you hear that?
I don't know.
You guys hear anything about that?
I did. And I think it might be like their version of a Talking Smack or a backstage show that they could run. My thoughts when they said that, and it's not going to have to do with wrestling, my first thought, and I don't know what her contract situation is or what she's doing, but if Renee Young wanted to go back and do commentary or even host a show, there you go.
Dude, Memphis men's
That would be my first pick if you're gonna do like a talk show or a backstage show and put somebody on it. You could do that with her. Even moving the AEW Dark to a primetime spot would be kind of cool
On
because
TNT.
we've talked about it before. They have a lot of people that you have not seen. They debut a lot of people all the time. So, and they definitely have enough people to fill another hour
I
or
agree.
however long you want to do a show. So,
Well, that would piss Vince McMahon off of Renee Young show because Renee Young put her notice in because she was leaving the company to go to ESPN, I heard, to work.
well,
But if she ends up going to AEW with her husband, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
'Cause she's probably going to be blackballed from WWE, returning back there again. But yeah, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, who cares? Next up, man, Vince McMahon has huge plans for Keith Lee. So evidently he's going to be pushing Keith Lee to the moon. If you guys watch Payback, what one hell of a victory he had over the Viper dude. Oh my God. He beat Randy Orton. It was a great match. But evidently he is putting Keith Lee like up here. So sometime, somewhere, Keith Lee will probably be winning your championship, whether Universal Champion or WWE Champion, sooner or later. What do you think about this crap?
well, I actually think that's a good idea.
I like Keith Lee.
They do enough burying enough people that it's actually good to see them actually push somebody that
Especially coming from NXT.
has
You're right.
talent and could actually freaking wrestle. I mean,
Yeah.
the dude, if you've seen his matches, all his matches are awesome. Dude's a heck
And
of a
he
performer.
moves in the ring like a damn cruiserweight, dude.
Yeah,
Him and
so-
Double D, holy shit, dude.
So I like that. Hopefully it stays true, and hopefully it's not a 1 week or 2 week
Yeah,
deal, and then he gets screwed.
Yeah, I agree with that. What do you think, Chuck?
I'll believe it when I see it.
So you don't think Vince is going to push him at all?
I think with Vince McMahon and his dementia, next week he's gonna go, who the fuck is Keith Lee?
Who was Asuka? Hey, who's ready for Asuka? Who the hell's that? Who's Aleister Black? Who's Shinsuke? Who gives a shit? They don't even give a shit about these
I
people.
think
anymore.
Aleister Black and McIntyre could have a hell of a feud for the belt, but what do I know? I'm just a fat kid on a chair talking on YouTube. So.
Anyway, next up, you guys, here's Wade Barrett. If you guys seen Wade Barrett, you guys remember him, he's former leader of Nexus Bad News Barrett. He was caught at one time. He did come back this week on NXT as a commentator. There is talks for him full-time to return as a full-time announcer or full-time commentator, but not for NXT, for NXT UK. So that's interesting to hear that. And it's also said that he does not want an in-ring return right now. He's not even wanting to do that. So evidently he wants to try this NXT announcing thing. He wants to get a filling process. Or at the NXT this past week that he was on, it was just a filling out process to see how good he could do to get him ready for NXT UK, I guess. Coming back on September 17th. So that'll be interesting to see if Wade Barrett makes his way over there with Nigel McGuinness and the boys, or the UK brand, maybe to do some commentating. What do you think, Chubb, about Mr. Wade Barrett return?
I honestly did not watch NXT, so I don't even know.
But you know Wade Barrett,
But yeah, I think he could do a phenomenal job.
Did you watch NXT this past week at all to see him? You didn't see it? Okay.
But I am curious with, and I don't know if you got this on your thing for later, Mauro Ranallo leaving, who does take the permanent spot there.
That's what I'm saying. So is Tom Phillips actually going to take that spot? Yeah.
I don't know that they want to pull in. Maybe Vic Joseph will come back.
I don't know, but it's because I know Beth Phoenix is not leaving, so Beth is definitely going to be staying there.
Yeah, I don't
But
know
who she will be staying? I don't know who she's going to be staying there with.
Shawn Michaels.
What do you think about this Wade Barrett situation?
I think it's a good move. If he sticks around and does that, he's a really good announcer. I
Right.
like him. I think the dude's pretty funny too, actually. I would personally like to see him wrestle again because
Yeah, he's an awesome wrestler, dude.
He, talking about getting screwed, he got screwed majorly
Yeah,
the first
man.
run.
Yeah.
Funny thing, him and Bray Wyatt actually saw him commentate, and he
Yeah.
decided to comment on it and
I see
asked him if he wanted to do a Nexus return. And he said he'd only do it if he could be the leader, which
Yeah.
cracks me up. But no, as far as commentating goes,
Well, I see. That'll be.
I think,
hey, three faces of Foley,
Like
three
the fourth.
faces of Wade, or
That's the fourth one.
Bray Wyatt.
but either way,
Yeah,
I think
I
it's a
love-
good move.
That is a good move, I think. That'll be interesting to see. And speaking of that, who else said something about the Nexus coming back? I think it was due from Impact, the guy that left, got kids. You know what I'm talking about? Heath Slater. He says something about the Nexus, and me also to see if Wade Barrett. That's interesting, though. That's funny.
They are retribution.
Yeah.
Getting retribution for their dead push, 8 years ago?
WWE has signed 4 Evolved wrestlers here to NXT brand. I'm not sure when they're going to start, but the names are Josh Briggs, who I do know a little something about Josh Briggs because that dude's he's a pretty good wrestler, pretty good beast as himself. He's a good talent, man. I'm telling you, this Josh Briggs guy. Anthony Green, Brandy Lauren, and Kurt Stallion. These 4, yeah. So these 4 are supposed to be starting NXT, but we don't know when they're going to start. Any thoughts on this, Brian? Do you know who these people are?
I don't know any of them. So
Like I said, I know Josh
I have
Briggs.
no inside information on that one.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know much about any of them. I know Brandy Lauren
Yeah.
for reasons, but science, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just a long-standing history between Evolve and
Right.
WWE. And they're probably gonna use that as a promotional, or not promotional, but like a farming system.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. That's kind of like the whole NWA and AEW type deal there. So
Yeah.
Evolve in WWE. So anyway, next up, you guys. I don't know if you guys know. I don't know if you guys remember Paul Roma. You remember this guy from back in WWF days, Paul Roma?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. Name doesn't sound
If
familiar.
you guys know what I'm talking about, Paul Roma, he used to be a tag team champion somewhere, some down the road. But anyway, he's a former superstar for WWE. The city of East Haven, Connecticut, is trying to shut his wrestling school down because they're calling it an adult entertainment center. It's called Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. They sent a cease and desist letter from the city, you guys, to shut down Paul Roma's evidently his wrestling school because they say it is an adult entertainment center.
I wouldn't mind doing some wrestling school there.
So, of course, Roma does got 30 days to appeal this cease and desist letter. I don't know, but I know you guys don't know who he is, but just the thought of that. Just think about that, man. Adult. They say it's adult entertainment center. It's pro wrestling school.
Hey, maybe it's like a Fabulous Moolah type wrestling school where the
You know what? That reminds me. Maybe the city of Akron might want to look on in RCW. Rubber City Wrestling, really? Think about that.
There's definitely
That might be an adult entertainment.
there's no entertainment in RCW.
I heard there's a guy called Role Model there. I don't know if there's any. Don't worry about the noise, guys. This is animals going crazy. Anyway, on to the next one. The last rumor we got here. It's not a rumor, actually. It's true. Brock Lesnar is a free agent now. WWE has taken down all his stuff off of WWEshop.com. We've seen that. there's no word in if they're gonna give or if Brock Lesnar's gonna go to AEW, if he's gonna go back to the UFC. John Jones is talking shit and wants Brock Lesnar back in the UFC ring. I don't know how, but if anything's gonna come of that. But if you guys know Brock Lesnar, him and WWE still in negotiations to come back, but Brock Lesnar is holding off for he wants a shorter contract with more money. And Vince, again, yeah, exactly. Vince is not going to have it. So right now, Vince has evidently shut all things down with Brock Lesnar right now. He don't want nothing to do with Lesnar as of right now as we speak. But supposedly they still are room for negotiation. So what do you guys think about this whole situation? Do you think
Go ahead, Chubbs.
Do you think Lesnar's going to go to AEW, or do you think he's going back to UFC, or do you think he's going to try to hold off and see what Vince is going to do here?
I don't give a shit what Brock Lesnar does.
I really don't either. To tell you the truth.
I forgot he was even in WWE.
No, I mean, I really don't care because it's a joke. Every time he's in WWE, he holds one of the titles hostage forever. So
suplex, F5.
and yeah, you want to talk about? You're right. That's a repeat and rinse. He's talking about the 5 moves of Cena, the 5 moves of doom from Cena.
Cena had 5.
Yeah, Lesnar had. What did he have? Like 2? It reminds me of a little Roman. I'm sorry, Roman, but you know you got stuff in your game too. Hey, what do you think about this whole situation?
Same. I could care less. I will say though that if he does anything, I could see him doing the UFC before ever coming back to wrestling for a few reasons. The first one, Dana White doesn't seem to mind paying people because he's been there time and time again.
Yeah.
Second reason, when the dude owns a island, money's not an issue.
That's true.
So,
That's
and
true.
third,
I don't care
the
about that fake
UFCs
shit,
are
UFC's fake. I don't
are
care.
shorter.
Real men
He
wrestling.
wants
you know?
something short.
Yeah.
UFC matches, you get 3 or 2 of those, and
Yeah.
they're done. So.
Yeah. So we'll have to see. You're right, man.
I don't like that fake shit.
Some people don't like the flippy shit either.
That's the only kind of wrestling there is. I don't like that, like, you go up and grip each other's balls type wrestling that you see in RCW. Nobody likes that.
But anyway, great fun we have with our buddy Rick, man. We like to roast his balls, man. But anyway, hey, man, thanks a lot for joining us right here on the Rumor Show, man. If you guys got here or anything else, or you guys want to tell us what you think about any of the rumors that was here tonight or today, whatever, please let us know. Like I said, you go to Ryan Harsh on Facebook, Chubb is at Justin Ruffo on Facebook, or BBP on the corner, or Bill Parsons. Either way, it don't matter. You guys got anything else?
I would like to send a shout out to one of my very close friends. Today is her birthday. I will not disclose the age because you don't do that.
Yeah, you don't get it.
But Sherry Gables, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you, girl. Yeah. Hope you have
Happy
a wonderful
birthday, coworker.
I hope you have a great birthday. So there you go. You got anything, Joe?
I got nothing.
Any shout outs you want to give your girlfriend or anything?
What?
What's your girlfriend?
Rick Lee?
No, your girlfriend. Girlfriend.
I don't want to do anything like that.
Anyway, thanks a lot for joining us right here. And till next time, we'll see me, Ryan, and Chubbs right here on the corner.